Hello everybody, my name is Gitrog. I'm the lead programmer and the creator of the Bloxel series. Nearly 8 years ago, in the fall of 2016, the first Bloxel game was created. Originally called Detroit High School, it was originally created as a place for people who wanted to roleplay when other games that we used to play were unavailable. Eventually, as I went to school for programming, Bloxel evolved into more than just a backup place for roleplay, but into a game of its own right. The first true Bloxel game, quote-unquote, would be Bloxel 3.0, at that time called Bloxel Whitelisted Roleplay. Bloxel was created as a game for people who wanted to take roleplay seriously without being bothered by more casual players, hence the whitelisted. You had to apply in order to play. Of course, this would naturally limit the community, but at that time, that's what we wanted. We wanted a limited community. We'd rather have 10 good role players than 50 people who were just going around goofing off. And eventually, this evolved into Bloxel 4.0, releasing in the fall of 2017, also called Bloxel Whitelisted Roleplay. And this game is where Bloxel truly took off, gaining a reputation as a place where serious roleplayers would come and play together, and revolutionizing the genre with new and innovative systems. However, the magnum opus of the Bloxel series would undoubtedly be Downtown Chronicles, or Bloxel 5 as it was called at release, released in April of 2018. This was the first public Bloxel game since the very first. People loved the game, flocked to it for its mix of serious roleplay, but also its accessibility for casual players. But eventually, as I mentioned earlier, we decided to rebrand the game as Downtown Chronicles, and to this day, many players still hold fond memories of their time in Downtown Chronicles. However, all good things eventually come to an end, as did with Downtown Chronicles, and as the builder of Downtown Chronicles retired, I decided I wanted to make something bigger, something newer, something of my own. Thus led to the release of Bloxel Origins in 2019. This game never truly reached the popularity of Downtown Chronicles, and people would always be asking me, can you revive DTC? Can you do a startup on DTC? Can you update DTC instead of Origins? And for me, this was very frustrating, because I was very proud of the work I put into Bloxel Origins. I was trying to do something new, and people just wanted the old, what I considered inferior. But with the undoubted failure of Bloxel Origins, and at me that time starting university, I decided to take a break. Several copies of Downtown Chronicles winded up floating around the ether, but none of them truly recaptured that magic that the original DTC held. And all the while, I would constantly be asked, when are you bringing back a DTC? And I would always point people to Origins. But it just never truly managed to capture that magic that DTC had. But today, it's with great pride that I'm able to announce to you a project that's been in the making for a long time. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. As appeared on screen, closed alpha access is available now. One of the reasons that Bloxel Origins was never fully able to capture the magic of the original Downtown Chronicles was the lack of functionality and a rushed release, and we want to make sure that we don't repeat that mistake with Downtown Chronicles 2. So, the game is not yet finished, hence the alpha phase, but it is in a quote-unquote playable state. So, the Discord server is now open, and you can join it, get updates about the game, and I'll quickly go over what these different phases mean. Closed alpha, so on, so on. So, Yeah, like I said, as of today, the game is in closed alpha. This means that the game is playable, but not in a functionally complete state. Now, being a closed alpha, players will have to apply for access to the alpha to be able to play the game early and to help test new features as they're released. And once we finish with the closed alpha phase, we will move into a paid beta. At this point, the game will have all the functionality that the original DTC game had, but it will not yet be ready for a full public release. This will not be an expensive beta, likely around 100 Robux or $1, €1, £1, 40 hryvnia, whatever you're using. And all who had access to the closed alpha will be able to play for free, completely free. And this beta phase will conclude when the game is functionally complete. And at that point, the game will be available for free to the public. We don't have release dates yet for the beta or the full release, but join the Discord to stay tuned on what we're doing. We want to make sure we give this project the care and love it deserves, and not to rush anything out before it's ready. Now, as I come to a conclusion, the Discord is open for access, and I'll be in the main voice call, waiting for you, ready to answer any questions that you may have. Now, once again, I just want to thank you all for your support over these years, for Downtown Chronicles, Origins, and the earlier Bloxel games, for those of you who played those as well. I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring you the best product that we can. I'll see you in Bloxel.